Yehezqel, Ezekiel chapter 4. And you, son of man, take a clay tablet, and you shall lay it before you, and shall inscribe on it a city, Jerusalem, and shall lay siege against it, and build a siege wall against it, and heap up a mound against it, and make camps against it, and place battering rams against it all around. Then take an iron plate, and put it as an iron wall between you and the city, and you shall turn your face against it, and it shall be besieged, and you shall lay siege against it. It is a sign to the house of Yisrael. And lie on your left side, and you shall put the wickedness of the house of Yisrael on it. As many days as you lie on it, you shall bear their wickedness. For I myself have laid on you the years of their wickedness, according to the number of the days, 390 days, and you shall bear the wickedness of the house of Yisrael. And when you have completed them, you shall lie again on your right side, and shall bear the wickedness of the house of Yahudah 40 days, a day for a year. I have laid on you a day for a year. Then you shall turn your face toward the siege of Jerusalem with your arm bared, and you shall neigh against it. And see, I shall put cords on you, so that you do not turn from one side to another until you have completed the days of your siege. And take wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and spelt, and you shall put them into one vessel and make bread of them. You shall eat it as many days as you lie on your side, 390 days. And your food which you eat is by weight, 20 shekels a day, to be eaten from time to time. And drink water by measure, 1/6 of a hin, to be drunk from time to time. And eat it as a barley cake, and bake it before their eyes on human dung. And Yahuah said, Even so the children of Israel shall eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, to whom I drive them. Then I said, Adonai Yahuah, see, I have never defiled myself from my youth till now. I have never eaten what died of itself, or was torn by beasts, nor was unclean meat ever come into my mouth. And he said to me, See, I am giving you the dung of cattle instead of human dung, and you shall prepare your bread over it. And he said to me, Son of man, see, I am going to cut off the supply of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, and with fear, and drink water by measure, and with dread, so that they lack bread and water, and shall be appalled with one another, and be consumed in their wickedness. Yehezqel, Ezekiel chapter 5. And you, son of man, take a sharp sword, take it as a barber's razor, and you shall pass it over your head and your beard, and you shall take scales to weigh and divide the hair. Burn with fire 1/3 in the midst of the city when the days of the siege are completed, and you shall take 1/3 and strike around it with the sword, and scatter 1/3 in the wind, and I shall draw out a sword after them. And you shall take a few from there and bind them in the edge of your garment, and take again some of them and throw them into the midst of the fire, and burn them in the fire. From it a fire shall spread unto all the house of Yisrael. Thus said the Adon Yahuah, This is Jerusalem, which I have placed in the midst of the Gentiles, with the lands all around her. But she rebelled against my right rulings, doing wickedness more than the Gentiles, and my laws more than the lands all around her. For they have rejected my right rulings, and they have not walked in my laws. Therefore thus said the Adon Yahuah, Because you have rebelled more than the Gentiles all around you, and have not walked in my laws, nor done my right rulings, nor even done according to the right rulings of the Gentiles all around you, therefore thus said the Adon Yahuah, Look, I myself am against you, and shall execute judgments in your midst before the eyes of all the Gentiles. And I shall do among you what I have never done, and the like of which I never do again, because of all your abominations. Therefore fathers are going to eat their sons in your midst, and sons eat their fathers. And I shall execute judgments among you, and scatter all your remnant to all the winds. Therefore, as I live, declares the Adon Yahuah, because you have defiled my mikdash with all your filthiness and with all your abominations, Therefore I also withdraw, and my eye shall not pardon, nor shall I spare. 1/3 of you shall die of pestilence and be consumed with scarcity of food in your midst, and 1/3 shall fall by the sword all around you, and I shall scatter another third to all the winds and draw out a sword after them. And my displeasure shall be completed, and I shall bring my wrath to rest upon them, and I shall be eased. And they shall know that I, Yahuah, have spoken it in my ardor, when I have completed my wrath upon them. And I shall make you a waste and a reproach among the Gentiles that are all around you, before the eyes of all who pass by. And it shall be a reproach, an object of scorn, a warning, and an astonishment to the Gentiles that are all around you, when I execute judgments among you in displeasure and in wrath and in heated chastisements. I, Yahuah, have spoken. When I send against them the evil arrows of scarcity of food, which shall be for their destruction, which I send to destroy you, I shall increase the scarcity of food upon you, and cut off your supply of bread. And I shall send against you scarcity of food and evil beasts, and they shall bereave you, and pestilence and blood shall pass through you, while I bring the sword against you. I, Yahuah, have spoken.